Man, it is dusty in here. We got the truck mostly cleaned up on the rear. At least the frame of it is cleaned up. We got the inside of the rails, got some of the bottom, got the tops, all the way down from about the cab, all the way back to the bumper. The bumper, not cleaning up because that's gonna go away. We gotta get rid of that bumper and get us a fresh bumper. And so far, it's coming along pretty good. Loving this sandblaster. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Sandblaster I got from Harbor Freight. It's been working great. Like I said, I wish I had a bigger air compressor to keep up with it, but overall, I'm still pretty happy with it. It's making life easy compared to using the grinder. I can generally use it for like 30 seconds to a minute before I need to let the air compressor catch back up, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, but you get a decent amount of space done in that. So I can do that. And while the compressor's catching back up, I have a wrench. I've been taking off some of the shocks, the exhaust, which let me show you this exhaust. I went and took these bolts off and let me grab a light. Talk about some redneck type plumbing going on here. Plumbing, wow. Whew, sorry, I'm a plumber. Got off work early today because of some rain. Still thinking about it apparently. Wish I wasn't. But some redneck exhaust going on here where I guess the pipe was so rusty. You can see the pipe, it rusted apart here. That's one pipe. It's not like two separate pipes. One pipe rusted apart. They took a piece of pipe, cut it in half, not even like a coupling that you would use on it. Had it on there, the two halves, one on each side, and had one of those, good old exhaust U-bolts and clamped it on there to clamp around this rusted out exhaust pipe. I've never seen anything like that before, so that was kind of entertaining. That and the 100 million wires that they have holding the exhaust up. I just went through with a pair of dikes and just snipped them. I just kept snipping and snipping and snipping. I have a bucket full of just wire and U-bolts that were holding all of the exhaust together and up, which is, just too many to think about. So that's all going away because we're gonna have to get some new of that too. And we're gonna have to get some new exhaust on the K5. So look forward to that maybe next year. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it open headers, take it to a few shows nice and loud and rowdy. Don't know what we're gonna do yet for that. But this is where we are right now with the frame. Got it all cleaned up. Some spots are kind of dusty because, I did the top first and the outside first, but frame's pretty good. Got to do that cross member back there. We actually need to either try to straighten it or just get a new one completely. I might try to see if I can ding that out with a hammer because it's riveted into the frame. And I don't know if I want to dive that far into it, but it's really, it just has a dent in the top. It's nothing terrible. So we got the frame cleaned up. We're gonna get the axle, the rear end cleaned up. Not the axle, just the whole rear end and the drive shaft we're gonna cleaned up and fresh coat of paint on. And maybe the leaf springs, I'll sandblast the sides of those. I'm not gonna take them all apart because most likely we'll end up getting new suspension on the truck anyway, just some new rear leaf springs and front leaf springs, especially if I plan on towing with this truck. So we're gonna get that cleaned up. Get these exhaust hangers. There's a bunch of just random exhaust hangers on here that weren't even being used except to hold up some tie wire coat hangers that I guess this person used. After we get that done, we're gonna be moving on up to the cab, which I'm kind of excited about. We got a little bit of welding to work on here in the door. We'll grind some stuff down on there. Got to get some new fenders for the front because, looking beautiful. And then the engine is running pretty good. It could use cleaned up and tuned up, so we'll be getting into that later. I don't know if we're gonna do headers on this truck or not, or I haven't even really looked at it. I know the truck runs, but really I guess we're gonna mess with the rear end. We're gonna have a tractor here in a few weeks. We'll lift it up, maybe drag it out, pull the wheels off the back so we can pull the axles out. Mostly because I don't think the axles will come out between the wall and the truck here, unless I bump the truck to one side and then bump it to the other. Maybe we'll do that next. I don't know. We're going to have to see. But that's where we're at so far. And I'm pretty pumped up. Man, I got lines on my face from wearing this mask. Whew. But, yeah, I'm pretty pumped. We're moving along. We're getting there with the truck. The back end of it's getting cleaned up. Not saying it is cleaned up, but we're getting there. So if you like it, if you enjoy this, like this video, subscribe to follow along for more of this rebuild that is somewhat coming along. We're getting there. So catch you next time.